this push either. A lot of other teams concerned with their placement, with their points. It's a hidden blessing, really, where most teams are just looking to get towards that end game because they know that even 3 or 4 placement points could be the difference between tens of thousands.
For themselves, as there is a few challengers nipping at their heels.
This is where you got to solidify the needs, no weakness allowed. The nerves need to be cut short. You need to be solid on this battleground. The adrenaline must be pumping. Better keep it quiet, keep it calm. Like you say, play their game, play their style. Out on the edge. Certainly will be living on the edge for Yangon Galacticos. Over towards South George at the moment, a very, very central circle. It's anyone's game. But Yangon Galacticos have set their sights on it.
Zeroed in and ready to take that chicken dinner. But it all comes down to the action in the lobby. We'll keep you updated with how it develops here.
Issue is, Romeo's pulling a classic here. Starting out in ruins. They revealed that position though, for one team in particular. That was Regnan Karya from yesterday. This might not have the same effects as Yangon Galacticos are hoping for, especially if Regnan pulls out early and will look over towards Romeo, take him down, leaving Yangon on just the 3. It's a nice position for Romeo to have. It's a good anchor for the team to refold over towards. But it is known.
It's the interesting talking point, right? Obviously from yesterday's set of games when they rotated through ruins and Romeo bided his time until it was one final player. I believe it was Loxy that was the last man to go through. He took shots at him. So like you say, they're aware of this. It wouldn't catch them off entirely.
Weibo Gaming, another team trying to catch up right now. APG not over the match point just yet at 119 points. Still shy by 11. Weibo much further behind, 23 points required, so probably a chicken dinner, a fair few elims to make that one happen. But at this stage of the game, with only one team on Smash ruling, it's where things get a little bit more spicy, where teams might even just try and dogpile on Yangon. They're elusive. They're in the night, in the shadows. They're hard to find a lot of times. Great team when it comes to hide and seek. And a lot of teams will be seeking. And we just got the countdown down to 0 here on match 3.
For Power today, seeking fights has been something they are no strangers to whatsoever. Feels like they have been throwing carnage at so many teams and causing issues for some of our top squads. In that very central position right now up against some other teams that love an early scrap. We'll see if they can find an opportunity. For Joker, maybe there's an opportunity just over this ridge, down on his belly right now, looking for the sight line with the AUG to play with.
6x as well, so he's got the distance, he's got the range. Cloud sends out, leaving just one player behind. Smile already rotated back across to Romeo. Bernat's still looting, but might just be a casualty for Yangon. Finally gets in the buggy, and by the time Joker is moving out, he may just be long Yangon.
Saved by the bell. They didn't even realize was ringing. Bernat's rotate will keep him at play. He can link up with the rest of the squad. And the advanced position from Romeo has not been forced out either. So they can link back up with a loop to play with. Look at how many teams are bustling towards one another as well. A lot of squads that love those fights. Alter Ego, no strangers as well to throw in their hat into the middle.
Longshin Red Force, a little bit of a wild card inside of this circle. Never sure when they're about to strike, when they're about to send a blazing wide swing at you. A real haymaker of a team is that squad. When they come a knocking, got to be ready to open that door, or at least bar it shut.
The barricade would be preferable. How Non-Shin have been playing. They'll throw the C4 on the door, and anyone in the building won't be breathing no more if you give an opportunity to Doxy. Vinny and Tizzy as well have been a very lethal duo, and lethality is shown here from Aura. The first punch is thrown out. Hyunbin gets an opportunity to strike back versus the Falcons again as well.
Aggressive rollout here from DRX over towards Pachinki early, and I don't think the Falcons were quite prepped for it. A lot of times people just leave them alone inside of Pachinki, but with points being so close to one another, big jumps meaning big money, you'll take the advantage from wherever you can, especially on the last day where this is the penultimate Erangel match that we have for ourselves. You're going to pull out all the stops going forward. See Yangon on our screens, the picture in picture. You can see how focused these players are.
I think that's been the interesting thing, right? You know, we were talking about the reaction times way back at the start of the day today, but just the laser focus you see from the body language, that human element of PUBG Mobile. This team have looked like they are here to play. They've been limiting mistakes, focused up mechanically and with communication. That's what's setting them further away. That's what's bringing that skill ceiling higher and higher.
Slightly weird one because the way the circle sits at the moment, it does force Yangon into a different style of gameplay where usually they would be out on the edge here, but the circle favors them, so they have to play something a little bit more different. Hold their angles on the side. They know E-Arena plays over towards the western area of crates, so they'll have to be prepared for when that team starts to push on in, and they're not in the most defensible positions, playing out in the fields. No compound found as of yet. Heading over towards zone 2 in just 30 seconds now, which will define main playing area of the game.
Fitting, obviously, the Joker was the man that was looking for an opening knock over onto Yangon with the trap that E-Arena had sprung upon them in previous matchup. So we'll see if they're out to attempt to upset and get revenge here on their rotation.
All right, we got a game on our hands here. Yangon Galacticos get a little bit of that spicy circle look that they have been known for in this playoffs. They've had 2 chicken dinners a day averaging. There's no reason why that statistic should go up or down, but we're expecting at least one today. But will it come soon enough to shut this one down early? Have to wait for that. Murnat finding Ralph on the rotate. Falcons now down to 2, and Yangon further solidify their position out in the open.
Playing against Murnat must be so frustrating as well. Feels like he's always buzzing around, stinging at all these squads in the lobby. Quick reaction times. It's been hard to hold him back. And immediately Falcons realize we don't want to mess with the beast.
The boys on Yangon obviously playing out here. There's been no opportunity for more loot, so absolutely dropping that smoke to secure some more of that utility on side. Here's APG down towards the southern edge around the hay bales. Chasing over towards Nongshim Red Force. APG probably one of the only other aggressive teams to match Nongshim Red Force. T24 finding Koa and Falcons again down to just 1.
Topsy-turvy day for 4-5s. A couple of uncontested eliminations there will at least get them perked up into this game. Weibo on screens. Suk, a human explosive bow that has been ripping and tearing. This is again another talented squad that we've got here. Obviously 3rd place right now, 105 points to play with for them.
Weibo went fairly central on this one, almost immediately. Was not really be stopped at all on this push either. A lot of other teams concerned with their placement, with their points. It's a hidden blessing, really, where most teams are just looking to get towards that end game because they know that even 3 or 4 placement points could be the difference between tens of thousands of dollars here at the PMWC. So Wavo was able to send in towards that center area of the map with little to no contest.
Potential for that might change though, with teams looking to steal away